Let me ask you something. Have you ever eaten a full meal and still felt hungry? Or maybe you're doing everything right, eating better, moving your body, and the scale still won't budge. That's not a character flaw. It's not a lack of willpower. It's likely leptin resistance. And today, here in video 22, we're going to unburden the science so that you can take back control. And if you've not met me before, my name is Almira Hinton. I am the Health Coach and creator of the podcast Nurses Notes by Elmira, where you can find me on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Okay? Now, let's dig into leptin. Leptin is your I'm satisfied hormone. It's made in your fat cells and is supposed to tell your brain we've had enough food. We're full. You can stop eating now. But if your brain isn't listening, if that signal gets blocked, then it's like shouting into a void. Your body thinks it's still hungry. So what does it do? It slows down your metabolism to save that food. It tells you to keep eating. Get a second helping. Have some more of that pasta. Eat some more. Get some dessert. It stores more fat, especially around the belly. That's leptin resistance. And it's incredibly common in people who are stressed, unrested, or stuck in a cycle of eating processed foods. And if you've been listening to this video series, you'll see a common thread here. We're getting your rest, eating natural foods, and being hydrated is a very common thing. All right. Now let's talk about what causes this breakdown of communication between your brain and your belly and with that leptin hormone. Processed foods, like I've talked about before, sugar, refined carbs, industrial oils, flood your body with inflammation. This inflammation travels to your brain, especially in the hypothalamus, which processes leptin. It gets so inflamed that it stops hearing, it stops listening to that leptin signal. High insulin levels from consistent snacking and sugar intake mess with leptin's ability to function. We already talked about this when we discussed insulin resistance in the earlier part of this series. Lack of sleep lowers leptin and raises ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, which says I'm hungry. So you're not only less likely to feel full, you're also more likely to feel extra hungry. Do you remember that? Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which competes with leptin and other fat-burning hormones. Your body can't regulate hunger properly when it's in fight or flight mode all the time. And that's really when you're under a lot of stress and not getting the rest and not eating properly, not feeding your body nutrient-rich food. So now let's talk about the breakdown and how to start healing this resistance in this You Are Unburdened series style. Okay? How to start healing. Step 1, reduce processed foods and eliminate inflammatory oils. Now, those oils are like canola oil, soybean oil, vegetable oil, a mixture of canola and soybean, or a mixture of canola, vegetable oil. Those are seed oils and they're very inflammatory to the body. Also, what you can cut back on in the processed food things are like chips, cookies, cakes, candies, sugary drinks, pancakes, and all store-bought dressings. Yeah, all those millions of bottles that you see on the shelves of those store-bought dressings have a lot of sugar, modified food starch, and other just plain chemicals in them that your body can't use and it doesn't need and only causes more inflammation. Try to replace that kind of stuff with simple, real foods like roasted vegetables and olive oil, wild salmon. Remember, wild Alaskan caught salmon is real salmon. Try avocados, leafy green vegetables. There's all kinds of them. When you go to the store, you'll see all different varieties. different types of spinaches, different types of greens, including broccoli, as well as cauliflower. These nourish your cells and quiet the inflammation, blocking your brain from hearing leptin's message. Okay. Eating real food is the key, just eating real food. And if it's not fresh, frozen is very much acceptable, as canned veggies also. And they keep quite a while, which you shouldn't need to keep them quite a while because you should be eating them every day, at least 3 times a day, or at least 3 to 5 servings a day of vegetables. Step 2, improve your sleep routine. Leptin gets released during sleep. If you're staying up late, scrolling on the various social media apps, waking up tired, or not getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, your body can't release or respond to leptin properly. So rest is a priority. Good rest with deep sleep, not that waking up and going back to sleep and waking, but good, deep, continual sleep. All right. Try this if that's a challenge for you. Turning off screens 1 hour before bedtime, maybe doing some relaxing movements, taking a bath, those types of things, doing some stretching, getting that body to calm down and to understand we're about to go to sleep. Drinking calming teas like chamomile or lemon balm, creating a wind down ritual like journaling or like light stretching, turning down the lights in your house, putting on some relaxing clothes that let your bodies know it's time for us to take it easy, to get ready to go to sleep. All right. Step 3, use gentle intermittent fasting. When you give your body a break from meals, even 12 to 14 hours. Remember, I talked before about that overnight fasting. Let's say you finish your dinner and you're done eating at 8 p.m. So now you're just drinking your chamomile tea, your lemon balm, or just nice, fresh water for the rest of the evening until you go to bed. And then the next day you wake up 6, 7, 8 o'clock, and you don't have your next meal until 8 o'clock. That's 12 hours that you've not been consuming any food. This helps reset both leptin and insulin sensitivity. Okay. This is what's called a very gentle fast. The other part that you can add on to that gentle fast is not eating in between meals. Make sure your meal is complete. Like when you're having lunch, make sure you've got some good fat there, some protein and fiber. Fiber slows down the digestion. The fat promotes satiety, and the protein helps nourish the body. So you're getting a good meal. So your body should be able to stay satisfied for at least 4 hours. And of course, hydration is also very important because you don't want to mistake being thirsty for being hungry, right? You don't need to skip meals or push through hunger. Just shorten your eating window, all right? Example, like I talked about, finishing dinner by 7 or 8 p.m., eating breakfast by 8 or 9 p.m. Your body will start to listen again. Step 4, practice emotional healing through meditation or through hypnosis, getting through the root to that problem. That's something that I can support you with also. Understanding what is eating you so that you can start eating and healing regularly and in a normal process. Here's what some things that we can do to get to the root. Many of us overeat not because we're physically hungry, but because we are emotionally hurting. Unresolved trauma and beliefs like I'm not enough, or chronic stress from caregiving, chronic stress from overgiving, just always being the one that shows up and does the work. These are all trigger comfort eating because you're not able to say no and you're not able to give yourself the proper rest that you need. Okay. Through daily meditation, and also if you find that it's a more stressful case, perhaps working with someone who has an expertise in hypnosis can help you really delve into that problem and resolve those issues of not feeling like you're enough or needing to make everybody else happy. Okay. So you get under the habit, you start figuring it out. You start asking yourself, what am I really hungry for? And suddenly food becomes nourishment and not medication. We figure it out, we untie the knot, we resolve the issue, and you begin the healing. Begin the healing. So, if this message has resonated with you or you have questions, be sure to put it in the comments section or reach out to me. Go to my webpage, www.thernhealthcoach.com, and hit the book now if you're ready to make a change. Hit that book now. Let's have a 15-minute discussion about what moving forward could look like for you, what getting healthy mentally and physically could look like for you. Okay? Take that step if you are ready. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and you want to see real lasting change, take that step. Okay? Our reflection prompt for today. Take a moment to reflect on this. When do I feel most out of control with food? When do you feel like you really got to eat, even though it's not hunger? Okay? Or is it something deeper that you're trying to quiet when it's not hunger? Think about that and reflect on that. Take a moment to reflect and think about that when it's time or you feel like you need to eat. All right. So again, if you feel like this has supported you or you had an aha moment, put it in the comment section. I would love to hear from you, whether you're watching this on Instagram, if you're seeing this on my YouTube channel, or if you're seeing this on Facebook. Be sure and make a comment, like and subscribe. That helps me to know that this content is really supporting you. And don't forget, you can also find me on iHeartRadio as well as Spotify and Apple Radio for the podcast. I'm going to be posting the entire series there so you can binge listen in case you've skipped any. Again, so now you know your body isn't broken. It's just not listening yet. And that's where we can unburden it step by step. Don't forget to grab your companion guide and fill in today's section. And if this hits home, let me know in the comments or message me directly. I love hearing from you and I love hearing your challenges and your stories. Okay? Now, video 23 is coming up in the next couple of days where we'll dig into another pattern that might be silently stealing your energy in addition to your peace, your joy, your health, and your happiness. All right. I appreciate your listening. I will talk to you very, very soon. Have a great and amazing day. Bye-bye.